there is a series of cases in Brazil that still, that's the one thing that I come back to again and again and again. My wife and I had we went to Brazil 3 times to meet with people there and to study cases there fairly quietly. But the 3rd time we were in the area around Belém, between Belém and Manaus, at the mouth of the Amazon, and in 1977 there was a wave of sightings in that whole region, and it's not the jungle there. It's not what you imagine the Amazon to be in the deep jungle. It's more it's a very rural area, but you can walk through it, and there are farms and ranches and so on. And there are a number of islands in the Amazon River itself.
I see the sky. It's becoming a very, very bright red, almost an orange, a red orange. And it's like I'm suspended, and the light is so bright it hurts my eyes. And I see this huge ball. Now in the center it's a gray colored ball. Almost. Oh, I don't know what it's made of, but a rock-like formation. But as it's turning out, it's beginning to change color, becoming a purplish, hazy, orange-looking ball.
Oh man! Holy shit, guys, get inside! Guys, get inside!
Show the sky on your camera!
And now it's beginning to gather great speed. And as it's going faster across the sky, part of it has broken off now, and it's going out behind the sun.
Over a period of 3 years, in the fall of 77, there were observations every day, every night actually, of objects. Some small objects, some large objects, dropping from the sky, some coming out of the water, and flying at low level over the villages there and over the beaches. The people were terrified. They were terrified in part because these objects had beams that seemed to cause harm to the people who were hit by those beams. So all the people who could leave those islands, the island of Mosquero and the island of Colares especially, went back to the mainland. They went back to Belém.
But we can check that out. We're going to check that out and pass on more information. If you are out on the highway wherever you are, please be safe. Be safe. Don't try to chase them. That's not a good idea.
Who came and camped on those beaches, and they had cameras, they had film cameras, and they started observing those things night after night after night. Now here we have the witnesses, and you have the ideal situation.
Sure.
You have a wave of unexplained cases, and the witnesses are 60 intelligence officers from the Brazilian Air Force.
Notice that as the order of the symmetry increases, the colored axes of the dodecahedron grow very short and move far away.
I had a chance to spend a day with the man who was the head of that task force, and this was, of course, over 10 years later. And actually, the Brazilians who were with us were amazed that we were invited inside the Air Force Base and spent a day with this man and his staff. But they went over what they had seen. There were 3 levels of reports they had written. They only shared the first level, which was confidential, but was something that they could share. The other 2 were classified, and they could not share them. In fact, they didn't have access to them anymore.
From inside the rhombic dodecahedron, the link has become infinitely far away, so that light can never reach it. This is the picture of the complement of the Borromean rings.
These men were not kidding. I mean, they were still talking about it as something that was very, very powerful, somewhat terrifying, and completely unexplained.